Okay, so before I actually go in depth with my experiences of this training session, there are a few things that I want to explicitly state, just so that if I go back to this video, I can make sure that I learn from this new, epiphany, right? Okay, so first thing, my hips are too low. You need to lift your hips up in order to maintain posterior pelvic tilt and ensure hollow body in the straddle planche. Next thing, planche leans are ridiculously overpowered. They're perfect for burners at the end, as well as warming up and just priming your elbows, your brachialis, your anterior delts and all that stuff. Third thing, planche leans on the ground are a lot better than planche leans elevated. Reason being, you're able to maintain a much better hollow body protraction of your scapular posture, which is essential for the planche. Okay, now that I said this at the beginning of the video, if I ever go back to this video, then I'll be able to clearly look at the stuff as transitionary phases where I'm able to improve the most, yeah? Okay, now, going into today's training session, I was whinging like a bitch. So with this session, I was regressing again. I was seeing no improvement. I felt like I was made out of a hollow shell out of my prime self from last week, where my planche was looking really good. So if you ever look at my 70% straddle planche video, right, it looked very good. Like, I really liked how I was able to hold it for a good duration of time. Later on, a bit into my rep, right, my hips start to drop down. I get anterior pelvic tilt, but still, it was significantly better than today's sessions in the past 3 planche training sessions I've had, right? Okay, so I came into today's session believing that I was gonna feel a breakthrough. I wasn't actually going, I was going to improve, right? I wasn't going to continue having this regressive phase where I'm not improving whatsoever, right? But that wasn't the case. I still did not improve at all. And, it's really annoying, especially when you're investing so much time into this straddle planche. And I actually voiced my struggle and my anger. And I was telling my friend how stupid the planche was, how redundant my all this time I'm sacrificing into the planche. And he calmed me down. He was telling me to rest longer. And that actually helped me a lot. So after resting for a bit longer, I tried doing the straddle planche again, and it felt a lot better because I kept my hips high. I kept it at a level that was parallel with my scapula, right? And I think that was one of the biggest problems that I slowly developed as a habit throughout these worse regressive planche training sessions, right? The worse I got, the more I delved into these bad habits, and I just perpetuated my regression. So as you can see here, I was actually doing very hard protracted planche leans, but the maximum intense leans, right? And also you can kind of see that I supersetted this by doing these weird planche leans hybrid / lifting my legs up, just to get that suspended position, which is actually the planche, right? Now, the reason why I'm doing those is just I don't know, I feel like I'll get a bit more of a intense feeling or an intense stimulus to my anterior delts, right? Instead of just merely doing this planche leans, right? Because a planche lean, although it's effective, it does not actually emulate significantly the position where you are directly parallel and you have your legs off the ground, right? So that's why I kind of did a few of this stuff, right? Okay. Next thing is, a strange thing I found out was when I was doing these leans, right? Or before that, when I started doing my straddle half lays, they actually felt way better after I did all of those straddle planche attempts, right? And it's unusual that the more I got into this planche workout, the better I felt, right? And initially my thought was, well, if that is the case, then surely it's because I'm warming up over time. So a warm up seemed like the biggest thing that I needed to be concerned of, right? So I started focusing a bit more on warm ups, like much higher reps, staying warm, making sure I was activating all my necessary like body parts, contracting all the perfect muscles, right? But although doing that, it just seemed like I wasn't like really at my prime or at my perfected state at the start of my sessions, right? So I guess it may have to do with warming up your joints without exhausting the contracting of your muscles, right? And I guess that's the perfect equilibrium you need in order to maximize your performance in that training session. So yeah, those were the biggest things that I took awareness of in today's session. And I really hope to look back at this with hindsight, or I guess like with a more mature mindset. So then I'm able to, go through these planche sessions with the best intentions of performance. So yeah, that's basically it, and I'll finish it off here.